The first time I saw a tattoo, it was actually on my sister when she turned 18, so I was 15. And I remember I couldn't believe it. It felt like so out of place. Like, I grew up in a very small village, like 3,000 people there, and tattoos were nowhere. And so yeah, when my sister was like, hey, I'm gonna go get tattooed, I'm gonna get like a fish on my wrist, I was like, what? It felt like something so crazy. I remember that. But then she came back home and she had this super cute and tiny fish on the wrist that felt so beautiful that, of course, as a young sister too, I just wanted to have it too. My first tattoos was the Beatles. It's called Love, where there are like the silhouettes of the Beatles jumping, and it was actually here on the back. And I remember it was crazy painful, but I loved it. I remember I loved it since the beginning. And after a while, as I said, where I grew up, tattoos were nowhere. And a tattoo shop opened finally around the area, and I started to get more and more, and it was always around about animes and cartoon. This arm was all Alice in Wonderland from Disney. My hands were the Beauty and the Beast, and my neck was Grimhild, like the evil queen of Snow White. So everything was colorful and everything was a cartoon. But I remember the thing that to me was one of the hardest part that I wanted to get tattooed was actually my chest, because I've always felt like the chest was something very like feminine, like very important for a woman. And I didn't want to have it done, but at some point I wanted to have it done. And I got something that, of course, the most important thing, I'm very picky, and it was not like I wanted. That's how I actually stepped in the Brutal Black project. I carried the thing that was not making me feel very comfortable with myself, because it was not well done, it was not symmetric, it was not how I wanted. And in the end, I decided to do black, but I immediately felt so happy, and I felt like that was something. So the Brutal Black project is actually this two people working together. It's Valerio Cancellier from Italy and Cami Stewart from Scotland. And Brutal Black project, it means that they do their like very brutal black art on people, like not even caring about the person getting tattooed, and they just go. You suffer like crazy, they push you to the limit. It's scary, it's like feel like you can't make it. Then that moment actually passed, and you feel like all the adrenaline in your skin is something super cool, and you just want more. You want more black, and you want more of that experience. It's something that in the end is like healthy. I don't know, it's like an electric shock, let's say. As I said, I started doing my chest, and I fell in love with that. So I did my arms straight away, and I'm now working on my legs. That I'm still quite behind, to be honest, because legs are nasty to me. Like it's the only parts of my body where I actually feel pain even the following days. Yeah, everything I've done, it's done by Valerio. When you go there, you don't know what you're gonna have, but I love what he does. Like I love his art, even if for like most of the people that is not art. For me, it is. I love it. I didn't really mean to have these things on my face, but like when I decided to do my face, mostly because I had something else behind that I didn't feel mine anymore. After I started the Brutal Black project, I felt that was something so mine. Like I feel so comfortable in my body now that is all black. People, they don't understand what it means. It doesn't mean anything, but it just means everything to me. I just feel much more comfortable. So in the very beginning, I had like a lettering here on my neck, and a bunch of like the thing for the letters, they just went on my face as well. So it went a little bit on my face here, and there. And so when we decided to make everything black, we just had, to cover everything, we just had to go a little bit higher. But when we drew a line, If I looked myself in the mirror, it was fine, because if I do that and that, it looked good. But so we made it all black. But at some point at a convention, I got a picture of me working from the side, and I saw how high it was, and it was changing completely the shape of my face, because from the here it just went straight to my chin, and yeah, it was changing everything. And of course, like I didn't feel good with that. That's why I got it lasered. I have done 2 sessions of laser only, and this is the result, so it's quite good. And now it's back to normal, and I feel much more comfortable. I decided that I wanted to have my eyeballs tattooed, like I think 2 or 3 years ago, when I tried to reach Luna Cobra, because I wanted to have them done by him, because he's the one who actually invented the procedure. He saw that my eyes were very sensitive, and so he was like, yeah, it's better if we wait, if we check that like your eyes are actually healthy, because a lot of time they were just getting super red and super swollen just because maybe it was cold outside. And yeah, and so it was like, okay, so as soon as you can stay at least 1 year with no trouble, then we can actually set an appointment and do it. So after a while, he planned a trip back to Europe, and I emailed him again saying that actually time has passed and I had no problem. So we met each other, and we did the procedure in 2 days. The first day we did like a light gray. The second day, just the day after, we added like a gray blue. So that's why they are kind of cloudy, because we mixed two colors, because I wanted to have the effect. I didn't want to have something flat. I didn't want to have something black. I just wanted to have something grayish, like cloudy. I feel like I've been through a lot. Like I've been trying a lot. I mean, I've been doing kind of a lot of body mods. I've cut my tongue, I have scarifications, I've got through suspensions, and I think I'm not, it's not easy to get scared or excited anymore. I trusted him, so the procedure itself was very easy. It was just telling me like where to look. It was very good because he never showed his hand. So like everywhere I was looking, it was injecting in another place, so I never actually saw a hand or a needle in front of my eyes that could make me feel uncomfortable. I just had to focus on a point, and it was injecting on the other side. It was very easy procedure. I just struggled with headaches for like around a month after, just for the ink to settle and to, you know, eye pressure to be good again. But that's it. It was a very easy procedure. The easiest body mod I've ever done. I don't recommend anyone, like they just have to be very sure, because after that you are not a normal human being anymore. Like people just look at you in a very different way. You scared children, you scared old people, and you scared like random people. So everything is very different now. Yeah, I'm not finishing my back because it's painful and because it's big. I think that's the problem. I mean, my back is something that I'm struggling to deal with. I have a Sailor Moon on my back, like a brutal black Sailor Moon. It's amazing. I love it, but I'm having a hard time finishing it. I just have like a tattoo by Ruco, that is like an Italian tattoo artist that draw like monster all freehand on my knee, that is gonna stay there. I wanted to have like a matching one on the other, but it doesn't like cover-ups. Well, I just want to finish the project I've started. I want to finish my legs completely black, mostly because, as I said, I feel more comfortable with black, like wearing black. So I haven't been wearing like skirts or like shorts in the past few years, just because my legs are still not ready. They're still not black. And so yeah, I just wanna finish that and also finish my back at some point. But that is not that important because everything is there. I just need to fill up some small parts, and I love it already. So that is gonna be something that like a long-term thing. But my legs are kind of urgent to me.